Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I wanted to go over a little bit about a GLP-1. I am on semaglutide and I shared that in my last couple of videos and I got lots of questions, so I wanted to kind of go over all of the questions for you guys so you can look back on this if you're wanting to start your GLP-1 journey. So far, I am loving it. I've been on it for about 3 weeks. I've had very mild side effects. But that being said, I'm at a very low dose. And I think as you go up, you experience more side effects. So the best way to do it for one is starting at a low dose. So I started at 0.25, I'm now on 0.5. And then my next one, I'll go up to 1 milligram. So the best way to not lose a lot of muscle mass, that was a big question, is doing it this way. You have to start slow. If you lose a lot of weight, typically you do lose muscle mass, you lose a little bit of hair, even without a GLP-1, if you just lose a significant amount of weight. But the GLP-1's a little bit faster for some people, so you lose it quickly and then you have side effects like losing muscle mass, losing hair. So one of the things is taking lots of supplements. It's just part of the journey. So I take collagen powder every morning. I take biotin. I use biotin conditioner and biotin hair mask. And I have a very high protein diet. Those all are gonna help the hair loss. And so far I haven't lost any hair at all. Secondly, the body mass thing, you have to incorporate weights. So if you're like me, I tend to like more cardio style, Pilates style, but add in some ankle weights, add in some 5-pound weights to start, and then gradually go up. You do want to incorporate weights into your workout routine and build that muscle mass up. I do want to say if you're overweight, like, you know, a significant amount overweight and you're carrying a lot of body weight on you, you already have muscles. Like I'm telling you right now, you guys always comment about my legs. My legs have to carry up my stomach. So my legs are strong. I have a lot of muscles because I'm carrying so much excess weight. So I don't know if you guys have ever thought of that, but it's like a fact with actually obese people or extremely overweight people. They actually have quite a bit of muscle. So I feel like I'm gonna be totally fine. I think that's just like a scare factor that people say that you're gonna lose all your muscle mass. You're not gonna lose all your muscle mass. You're gonna lose some muscle mass and you're gonna build it back up by incorporating weights into your workout routine. Another question I get often is it like the needle or like the injection? I am using a compound semaglutide, so therefore I do have to use the little bottle with the needle and syringe. It does not hurt at all, you guys. Literally at all. You can inject it in the front of your thigh, your stomach, right a little bit lower than your belly button to the side, or the back of your arm. You just pinch the skin, put it in, hold it for 10 seconds. You also want to make sure they have like little cleaning alcohol pads. You want to wipe that before, you want to wipe the top of the bottle and do it that way. But it does not hurt. I had Joey do it for the first few times and now I'm doing it because it literally just does not hurt. As long as you put it in gently and hold it and you're not like shaking and moving your arm and your hands and stuff, you won't have any issues or bruising typically. I haven't had any bruising. But yeah, that's what I use. Another question was, do I use insurance? No, I do not use insurance. I tried. I went through my insurance company and they denied it. Most times, at least in what I've heard is most of the time insurance doesn't cover it unless you have a really great insurance company or the company you work for covers it. But unfortunately, my health insurance, I use Better health insurance, did not cover it because my husband actually doesn't even have health insurance offered from his company, I don't think. So we went through Better and they didn't offer it, which is not a really big deal though because it's so affordable with the pharmacy I use, the outsourced pharmacy. So I use Mochi, M-O-C-H-I, and I was contacted by a lot of GLP-1 Ozempic brands that wanted to work with me and send me free stuff. But I knew I would work with the company, therefore I wanted it to be affordable for myself down the road and for you guys. Some of these companies were charging an outrageous amount of money and that is just the truth. And typically it's the membership fee. Like they charge a lot in the membership fee because that's where they're making the most of their money. And Mochi was the most affordable one that I have found. It's $180 for everything. That is insane. Most of the memberships alone without the medication are around $180. So I don't use insurance, I use Mochi. So, and Mochi, I want to also, this is an outsource for just weight loss. So this has nothing to do with diabetes. They create this compound and at a pharmacy and fill it and send it to you. And it has nothing to do with people who have diabetes who can't get the medication. That's for people who are getting like the straight medication, not compound, the real, like the real thing for diabetes. That does affect people who need that medication. These outsource companies and pharmacies, a person with diabetes wouldn't even take this. They would need to not take a compound one, if that makes sense. So there's that. So Mochi is $79 for the membership. The membership is access to a doctor, access to support, and access to refills and going up in your dose. It gives you like an app that you do all of this in, and you meet with your doctor occasionally. I think it's like every 2 months maybe, and it's like 10 minutes. It's not a big deal. My girl is so sweet. My provider is what they call them. Is so sweet, so quick, which I love. I don't really want to chat. I just want to get it over with and go over everything, go over side effects, go over, you know, any questions you have. You'll meet with your provider. So that's the $79 membership fee. I do have a $40 off code for your first month to kind of get you started so you're not super like overwhelmed with the investment. And then there's the $99 charge for the actual medication, which again is the lowest out there. That is so low. And what really sold me on working with this company, and I think is worth it, is they do not charge you every dose you go up. So you start at 0.5, 0.25, 1, 1.7, 2, and you go up in dose. All other companies charge you to do that, and they charge you quite a bit to go up. And that's where I feel like it adds up. With Mochi, it stays $99 no matter what. And I was like, okay, yeah, we're doing this one. $180, like I can easily spend that going out to eat. So I went with this company, and that's how that all works. So the first thing you do, if you click my link, it's gonna give you an eligibility form. You answer all of that. When you're eligible, they'll send you like an email. I believe it's an email. Well, you'll pay your $79 plus you'll get $40 off. You pay that, and then you download the app, you book an appointment with your doctor, and then you and your doctor go over which one's gonna work for you. Semaglutide, triazepam, whatever the heck it's called. And you go over pricing because those two are different. Semaglutide's more affordable. And you go over any questions you have. And then she sends that prescription to the pharmacy. The pharmacy is going to fill it, and then you're going to get it sent to your door. And shipping varies. When I first got my order, it was in like, once it was refilled and sent to the pharmacy and they sent it, I got it within like 5 days. I think it was like 3 days, and I was like, wow, that's really good. And then the next time it was a little bit longer to get. It was like 7 days. They do say you want to order your next refill 14 days before it's due to give you that time for them to fill it, send it to the pharmacy, fill it at the pharmacy, send it to FedEx, and get to your door. So 14 days, because you don't want to be without it. So that doesn't mean it's going to take 14 days to get it, but you just want to be on the safe side. The shipping is obviously going to vary, just like with anything. And I do think it's worth it. Shipping's included also. And I think it's worth it because of that whole not going up in price and dose, that I'm okay with waiting if I have to up to 14 days. So, but I haven't had to wait 14 days ever. Everyone's different. I haven't seen a significant amount of weight loss yet. I did lose a little bit in the very beginning. And I think it was just water weight, because that's what it does, is it takes out all the inflammation at first. It gets your body adapted to the medication, and the medication stays in your system. I think there's like a term for it, where it stays in your system for a really long time. Like it lives in your system for a while, and it builds up and gets more potent as you keep taking it. I know from people in my personal life, they said they saw the most weight loss at 1 milligrams on semaglutide. There's dosages are different for like all the different GLP-1s. But for this one, for semaglutide, it was like 1 milligram is when my friends were saying like they saw the most significant amount of weight. But do not skip your small doses. You're not wasting money just because you're not seeing success. You're not going to get as sick if you do it this way, and it's way better for your overall health and your gut and everything if you start small and go up. I know it's tempting to just skip and go up to the 1 milligram and lose all this weight, but in the long run, you're probably gonna regret it. and you don't want to lose weight super fast, you guys. It's honestly not really great for you. And that's where you're gonna see the significant hair loss and the body mass and the aging skin. That's when you're like losing, you know, 15 pounds in like a month or something. So start small and move up. I did have a question if Joey was like on board, my husband Joey, of me taking the GLP-1, and he definitely is. At first he was like, I don't think you need to do it, you know, but do it if you want, but let's just keep, you know, trying to do it this way. And then I was like, well, we've said like, let's keep trying to do this way for years, and it's just this cycle where we'll do good for like a month and then we'll fall off. And then once he realized that, and we went over things, and I talked to my doctor and like wrote notes and like showed him everything, any concerns he had, he was on board with it. And he even wants to kind of take it too, and he might, because it helps with addiction. I don't know if you guys know that, but the semaglutide helps with PCOS. They call like Ozempic baby because a lot of people do get pregnant because it helps with their PCOS symptoms. So fingers crossed that happens to me. And it helps with addiction. Like a lot of people will stop drinking alcohol, like they won't have the like craving for it, which is amazing. And another reason why he wants to take it. Another thing I want to go over is, you guys know we're trying to get pregnant. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, honestly, but we'll see. But with being on this medication, I just take pregnancy tests every time I need to, if you get my drift. There's a lot of things that are talked about with the GLP-1, and I will give you, you know, some of them not being good, like you don't enjoy your food anymore, you get sick when you eat, you don't even want to eat. I really don't technically want that to happen to me. Like, do I want to not always be thinking about food all of the time? Yes. Do I want to like eat an actual smaller portion? Yes. And do I want to, I still want to enjoy food, and I still want to be hungry, but I want that like to actually be like when I'm actually hungry, not like being hungry all the time thinking about food and then just like prioritizing food, if that makes sense. I do want that to happen. So we'll see how intense it gets, and I'm going to keep you guys updated, because again, at the end of the day, I do want this to be overall healthy, and I don't want to like create like this really bad like eating habit or eating disorder or anything like that. So I'm going to keep it really honest with you guys. Oh, another question is, do you have to keep up with it forever? And the answer is kind of yes, I think so. For the most part, like I think eventually once you hit your goal weight, and if you feel like you can stop taking a GLP-1, maybe you can and like do maintenance. I know a lot of people go to the lowest dose and do maintenance. It just depends on the person. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't even know if this is going to work. I really hope it does, but I don't really know. So I'm planning and committing to taking it as long as I have to, because I would rather take this and it work and keep the weight down than be overweight, because I think that is definitely more unhealthy. That's just my thoughts on it though. But if you guys have any more questions about it, please leave a comment below. I hope I went over kind of everything with you guys, but if you have any questions, specific questions I didn't answer, leave a comment below and we'll do another part 2 video. But I'm so excited to be talking about this and sharing it with you guys finally, and I'm excited to see some results. And I will keep you guys updated as much as possible. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and I hope I answered some of your questions and concerns. Again, $40 off your first month down below in the link. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys are doing so well, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye guys.